Today I'm going to show you how to change the oil on your 99 through 06 Silverado or Sierra. This same procedure also applies to Tahoes, Suburbans, Yukons, etc. Pretty much anything with a 4.8, 5.3 or 6.0 LS based engine. The only specialty tools you're going to need for this are either the appropriate oil filter socket or a very large pair of pliers, a strap wrench, just guys, you need something to get the oil filter off, okay? Okay, most of these vehicles have plenty of ground clearance to get underneath it, but if you're a larger guy or you just want some more room to work, you can either use some ramps like I've used here, or you can use some jack stands. All I ask is be safe, guys. Make sure your e-brake's on if you're on ramps. Make sure you're on level ground, and if you're using jack stands, put them under a solid part, guys. Don't try to stick them under a body panel or something like that. Use frame points. Okay, frame points. Safety first. The first thing we got to do is get the old stuff out. So I'm going to drag the drain pan under here. Take a 13mm socket or wrench and loosen our drain plug at the back of the oil pan. Make sure you pull your oil pan back a little bit because initially you're going to have a pretty long arc on the oil depending on how thick it is. Oh, and that's something else I wanted to go over, guys. The best time to do this is with the engine warm, not hot, warm. So when you're doing this with the engine cold, you're going to find that it takes a lot longer for the oil to drain out, and it also doesn't bring out as many contaminants with it. So while your oil is draining, if you have a large enough drain pan to cover both areas, we can go ahead and get our oil filter loose. As I stated earlier, I'm going to be using a oil filter socket for this, but alternately you can just use some large pliers or an oil filter wrench. Now, in my case, for whatever reason, my oil filter socket is not fitting this CarQuest filter. So we're going to have to break out the big pliers. This is why it's always good to have alternative methods. You never know what you're going to run into. That filter wrench fits the AC Delco filters just fine, but for some reason this CarQuest filter just it ain't feeling it, guys. It ain't feeling it. There we go. We'll just twist this guy off. Gonna be some oil. There it comes. Yeah. We'll let that drain just a little bit before we take it the rest of the way off. And for the time being, I'm just gonna flip that guy over and let him sit in the drain pan with the rest of the oil. When you're satisfied that you've drained all the fluids you need to drain, you can take your drain bolt, screw it back in, and snug it down. Now, the torque specs on this drain bolt are 18 foot-pounds. I just give it a little half a ugga-dugga. As for your filter, for the 99 through 06, you're looking at a PF46 for your filter. If it's AC Delco, that's all I use. So PF46E. Later models, 07 and up, use the PF40AD, but you're not worried about that if you're watching this video. So whether or not you pre-fill this filter is up to you. I recommend bare minimum you put a little coat of oil around the seal here just to keep it from sticking in the future when you take it loose. So I'm just going to take my rag, wipe around my little flange here where the filter goes. Very important, guys, when you put this filter on, do not over tighten it. Okay, all you're going to do is make it a nightmare to get off the next time around. You do not need a wrench to tighten this thing. What you're going to do is you're going to spin this on until it just barely makes contact, and as soon as you feel it make contact, you're going to go about a half a turn. Beyond that, just hand tight. That's it. Not even hand tight, guys. Just Like I said, as soon as the filter makes contact, go a half a turn. That's all you need to do, and we're finished down here. We can move up top. Look at your cap, guys. What do you got there? 5W30. That is what the manufacturer recommends. I'm actually using 10W30 high mileage in this vehicle, and I'm doing that because I've got pretty low oil pressure. They recommend not going any higher than that. They don't want you to use a 1040 or a 2050 or anything. 1030 is pretty much the maximum for thickness that the manufacturer recommends. Again, they want you to use 530. What brand you use is up to you. I used to be a diehard Mobil 1 guy for probably 20 years, and about 5 or 6 years ago, I switched to the SuperTech from Walmart. It's cheaper. I've not had any issues with it. Seems to work just fine. I am not an oil snob. You're going to need 6 quarts in here, guys. That's all you need, 6 quarts. I generally buy this stuff in jugs. So I'll put my first 5 quarts in, start the engine, let it circulate around a little bit, fill all the nooks and crannies. At the same time, I'll back my truck off the ramps there. Then I'll shut it off, let it settle, throw another quart in for 6, and check the oil. If I need any more, I'll put a little bit more in. Now the last thing we need to do is reset the oil life light. So to do that, what we're going to do, we're going to turn the key forward to the run position without starting the vehicle, and you're going to depress the accelerator pedal to the floor 3 times. So key forward, pedal, 1, 2, 3, and you can see it flashes a message that says oil life reset. Turn the key off, and that's it. That's it, guys. That's how you change the oil in your 99 through 06 Silverado or Sierra or Tahoe or Suburban or Yukon, whatever you might be driving that has a 4.8, 5.3, 6.0, or hell, even a 6.2 in it. If it's a LS based platform, that's how you change the oil. Hope this video helps you out. I'm going to be doing a lot of general maintenance and repair videos on this truck. Probably not as much performance-oriented stuff as I've done on the other project vehicles on this channel, but if you want to check out more on this truck, just look at the 99 through 06 Silverado / Sierra playlist, and everything will be there as I upload it. So thanks for watching once again. Now get out in the garage, get something done, and I'll see you next time here on Bad Luck Garage.